It's a Coventry United road trip here on CUTV. Liam Cook coming to you live from Canvey Island FC for another hotly anticipated FA Women's Premier League Southern Division match. This one is going to be an absolute blockbuster, folks. It's second versus fifth. Coventry United, of course, have a few games to catch up on, but C&K Basildon currently second place in the league and 1 point behind leaders Crystal Palace with 2 games in hand. This team is the real deal, and I tell you what, the setup is the real deal as well. And from where we are standing in a gantry, yes, I can't believe it, the second time this season we've got a gantry, first time since Stevenage in the League Cup, I believe. If you look to our left, you can actually see the sea, and the ground is below sea level, well, most of it is anyway. We're not at the minute, but you can actually see, if you're at ground level, you can see the boats sailing past above you. It's a little bit strange, I've got to say. It's the first time I've had that at a football ground, but I'll tell you what, I'll certainly be coming back here again. So let's get straight into the team news today for the two sides, kicking off with the Red and Green Girls of Coventry United ladies. So for the Red and Green Girls this afternoon, it is a unchanged lineup today. So for Coventry United, number 1, Sue Wood. Number 2, Nikki Miles. 3, Rosie McDonnell. 4, Helen Dermody. 5, Nat Haig. 6, Alex Buck. 7, Steph Smith. 8, Amber Hughes. Number 9, Maz Gauntlet. 10, Jade Brook. 11, Ali Hall. And substitutes for the Red and Green Girls today, number 12, Keely Davis. 14, Lois Jeffries. 15, Katie Sorensen. And for C&K Basildon today, number 1, Nikita Runnacles. Number 2, Laken Ducha Clark. Number 3, Ellie Manning. Number 5, Hayley West. 6, Danica Ravel. 8, Jay Blackie. 9, Therese Addison. 10, Angela Addison. 13, the captain, Zoe Russian. Number 10, Kerry Stimson. 23, April Bowers. And on the bench for C&K Basildon, number 4, Eliza Diaz. 7, Emma Sherwood. 19, Carissa Rodney. So those are your starting lineups and benches ahead of today's match. The Coventry United fans situated behind the goal towards our right in the Danny Green community stand. A cop end. You don't get many of them these days, do you? And the fans are certainly liking it. A good number of fans have travelled the long distance, the 125 miles from Coventry to Essex. We'll be kicking off very shortly here on CUTV. Now, we have got to break a little bit of bad news for you. If anyone hasn't heard, it concerns the first team. The MFL season has been dropped from the 7th of May to the 5th of May. So it's got to end by the 5th of May, which means that we will be missing out certain fixtures from the Coventry United ladies at some point, and we will also have to miss at least one first team match to bring you live coverage of the Birmingham County Cup final. So unfortunately we are going to be a little bit stretched in resources here on CUTV, but it's all going to be worth it. We will be bringing you the coverage of that final on the 3rd of May. That's going to be coming from the Lamb Ground in Tamworth. And it's just been announced today that the winners of the final of the Women's Premier League Cup final, which United nearly got through, that is going to be at the Proact Stadium in Chesterfield. So a real here's what you could have won moment for Coventry United. But hey, up the Tamworth Stadium, the Lamb Ground, is good enough for us, and hopefully some silverware coming back to the Butts Park Arena for the first time for Coventry United. And the league's still very much open as well. But we're coming up against a side that are gunning for the title themselves. As we said, very close to the top of the table. Basildon second place, I believe 1 point behind Palace, and with 2 games in hand. But of course the Red and Green Girls have still got a hell of a lot of fixtures to play before the season is done, as the Basildon substitutes make their way over to the bench. Still yet to see Jay Bradford and her coaching staff. Make sure to give us a like on YouTube if you're enjoying today's videos. A little thumbs up button below the video. You can leave a comment with your feedback. Subscribe to us on YouTube for more exclusive content for the Red and Greens and the Red and Green Girls. And of course you can get us on Twitter at Cov United TV. That's at Cov United TV. And we'll be live again on Wednesday with more footage of Coventry United. It's going to be the first team in action on Wednesday, as the Basildon players are all set to go in the tunnel area. Basildon all in blue. Coventry United will be wearing their home strip of red shirts with the green shorts and socks. That's why they call them the red and greens. Wouldn't make much sense if they were playing in any other colour, would it? From what I understand, it's the third longest trip of the season for Coventry United. The longest is still yet to come. That's Chichester away in a few weeks' time, and we've still got to welcome Chichester to the Butts Park Arena as well. There's still so much football. I've counted it up. There is 25 matches left for the first team and the ladies. We're hoping to get to as many as we can. We believe it could be as many as 23, but there will be some matches missed out, unfortunately. As we said, the cup final is going to clash with a first team fixture. There's the possibility of first team fixtures clashing with women's fixtures as well in the league. So we'll keep you up to date as much as we can with that as the red and green girls make their way into the tunnel. Sue Wood leading her team. An unchanged team from the victory against West Brom in the County Cup semi-final at Boldmere on Thursday night. A 2-0 victory for J Bradford's girls sends them into the cup final against Birmingham and West Midlands. As we said, that's on the 3rd of May, and that will be at the Lamb Ground in Tamworth. And the substitutes for Coventry are making their way over to the bench. Lois Jeffries, Katie Sorensen and Keely Davis. It's a surprise to see Keely on the bench. It must be said she was certainly one of the players who impressed against West Brom. The red and green girls and their fans have made the 250-mile round trip to C&K Basildon. 125 miles is a long old way for the red and green girls to go before kick-off, but they're ready for action, and so are we here on CUTV with Liam Cook. C&K Basildon in second place. The red and green girls still with high expectations of a league challenge themselves. Who will prevail? Well, that's what we're here to find out here on CUTV. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, those starting lineups kicking off with the red and green girls of Coventry United starting in goal. The captain, number 1, Sue Wood. That's fullback number 2, Nikki Miles. Number 3, Rosie McDonnell. Number 4, Helen Dermody. Number 5, Nat Haig. 6, Alex Buck. 7, Steph Smith. 8, Amber Hughes. Number 9, Maz Gauntlet. 10, Jade Brook. And 11, Ali Hall on the bench. For Coventry United ladies, number 12, Keely Davis. 14, Lois Jeffries. 15, Katie Sorensen. And for C&K Basildon this afternoon, number 1, Nikita Runnacles. Number 2, Laken Ducha-Clark. Number 3, Ellie Manning. Number 5, Hayley West. Number 6, Danica Ravel. Number 8, Jay Blackie. Number 9, Therese Addison. Number 10, Angela Addison. Number 13, Zoe Russian. Number 10, Kerry Stimson. And 23, April Bowers. And on the bench, number 4, Eliza Diaz. 7, Emma Sherwood. 19, Carissa Rodney. The Red and Green Army in the Cop End. Here it's Canvey Island FC. Canvey Island is actually a reclaimed island. And we went over a bridge on the way here where you can see the part of the UK and the part of Canvey Island that's clamped together to bring Canvey Island back into the UK. So it was its own island at one point. I believe that Canvey Island FC are in step 4 of the non-league pyramid, one step above Coventry United. And by the way, it's actually been confirmed by Coventry Rugby Club. The redevelopment at the Butts is going to get underway in the summer. There's going to be a number of new stands at the Butts, and they have confirmed there is going to be an artificial pitch as well. So if you want to go and have a look at that, I believe that it's on the websites for Coventry Rugby Club. We'll try and share that later today as well on the CUTV Twitter page. United gathering in their traditional pre-match huddle as they wait for their captain Sue Wood to join. Well, United are set to go. They take their positions. It will be Basildon to kick things off with Jay Blackie in the centre circle. United will be kicking from right to left where we are. In the red shirts with green shorts and socks, Basildon all in blue with white lining. We are underway here at Canvey Island FC. Live coverage of C&K Basildon versus Coventry United ladies in the FA Women's Premier League Southern Division. Immediately goes out a throw for Coventry United. Miles nodded on by Jade Brooke. Smith can't find the team, and now into the midfield with Stimson. Runs into Amber Hughes, but gets away. Tries to switch the plan to the right hand side. A shoulder barge by McDonald. Can't keep the ball away from Therese Addison. Force to the byline, back heel, down line to Ellie Manning. Into the area. Not the best of clearances. Now straight towards goal, and it bounces past the post. Angela Addison with the first effort on goal. Less than 60 seconds into this match. A warning shot from Basildon. I'm sure there will be better to come. Here's Nat Haig. Booted on to Ali Hall. She nods it on. And Hall will put the goalkeeper under pressure here and sent into the stand by Nikita Runnacles for the Coventry United throw. Which will be taken by Rosie McDonnell. Hall tries to take it around Manning. Just about keeps it in. Well, the whole ball hadn't gone out from where I'm standing, but the referee is in fact called for the throw. The whole ball was definitely not over the white line. Manning's throw straight into the head of Rosie McDonnell. Russia now to bring it under control, fired forward. And Allison lets that one roll out of play off the boot of Rosie McDonnell for the Basildon throw around 15 yards into home territory. 1-2 there. It's back with Ellie Manning. Down line to Addison. Blocked up by McDonnell. Another throw. Another 10 yards further up line in the United half. Manning's throw. And it's a poor return ball. And United will have the throw in. Not the best of passes by Jay Blackie. Throw by McDonnell to Nat Haig. Waiting for an option to present itself. It's retaining the ball under no pressure from the Basildon attackers. Switched across to the right hand side with Alex Buck playing at centre back again today. Wings it for Nikki Miles. Miles strides forward. Through ball for Jade Brooke. Bit of a stumble by Brooke, and it allows the centre back Hayley West to stab it into touch. And a throw in for United right up the other end of the field, level with the penalty area. Miles' throw to Steph Smith, who scored the first goal against West Bromwich Albion midweek, sent it straight into the side netting for a goal kick to be taken by Nikita Runnacles. Runnacles lines up the goal kick. Six laces through it and sends it away. Smith goes to the ground under the challenge of the skipper, Zoe Russian. I've got to say, I'm not too sure why the free kick's been given. It looked to me as if Smith just backed into Russian. Didn't seem to be any sort of pulling from the skipper, and Russian's not happy with it. And as Dermody tried to take the free kick, she was blocked up by Jay Blackie. Its order has been restored now, and we will get this free kick taken. She's got Buck and Haig behind him, but the majority of the Coventry United and Basildon players are located on the edge of the penalty area. Ali Hall calling for it towards that far post. Cluster of red and blue around the semicircle on the edge of the penalty area. And in fact, they've condensed now. A cluster of blue and red waiting for this free kick. Header won by Ali Hall. Nikki Miles brings it under control and smacks the fullback Laken Duja-Clark in the face with the volleyed shot. Gauntlet was leaving it for the fullback, trying to not get in the way. Moves to a line for United. Smith. McDonald calling for it on the left. Smith keeps on going. Good side challenge by Russian, but it's still with United. Brook wings it to Nicky Miles. Hall's in the area, cross charge down, corner kick, Coventry United. Great pressure from the red and green girls in the early going. 5 minutes gone here at Canvey Island FC. It remains 0-0 between Basildon and Coventry in the Premier League Southern Division. Dermody towards the far post. Ali Hall's up there! And it's off the line. United appealing that had gone into the net, but the referee has said that the ball did not cross. That block, crucial to keeping it a 0-0. And in fact, one of the Basildon players has taken a whack during that exchange. I'm not sure who it is. I think it may be Russian. It is indeed. It's the captain, Zoe Russian, who was trying to get back to her feet by the post. So it was Ali Hall's header. Great header it was, leaping like a salmon to get a bounce on that ball. But the block made on the line. The referee saying that it did not cross. This will certainly be the right time for goal line technology. Well, Russian is receiving some treatment. So the score remains at 0-0, but United with a great opportunity. We'll have to review the footage to see whether it did cross the line. I've got to say, it didn't look like it did from here. As we may be having a new ball sent into the match. The referee does call for a new ball, and happy to say that Russian is back on her feet. It seemed to be a shoulder injury. And there seems to be still a little bit of confusion as to what's happening with this ball. In fact, we're going to be using the current match ball, I believe. Well, the referee sprinting over to the other side of the pitch. And now having a word with the linesman. And the throwing is good. I'm not too sure what the confusion was about, but it remains at 0-0, and the throw has been sent straight over to Sue Woods. You have to kick the ball out of play so Russian could receive some treatment. Haig, long ball forward. Didn't quite find Ali Hall. Manning with plenty of time on the ball, picks it up in the back line. And the ball from April Bowers straight to Haig for Coventry United. McDonnell. Hall tries to flick it on, and she does so. Hall's gone down, seems in a little bit of pain, but United will carry on with Rosie McDonnell. Smith in the area, goes past Smith and headed out and cleared by Bowers. As Hall is back on her feet and trying to get back into the action now. Offside given against Therese Addison as the through ball was put through by Jay Blackie, and there was acres of space on the right flank for Addison, and there was no doubt she would have got there before Nat Haig. So Nat Haig will take the free kick around 10 yards into their own territory. Haig's free kick nodded up by Mouse Gauntlet and nodded on by Manning, and as far as Dermody. Gauntlet to the left now with Rosie McDonnell. Good progress being made by the red and green girls. Laid off to Dermody again, and now it back into United territory with Nat Haig. The long pass straight to the foot of Bowers. Now here's Russian, stabbed away by Amber Hughes. Gauntlet couldn't reach it, Manning could, and cleared by West. Trying to send Basildon on their way. Haig sends it back to Sue Wood, and Wood blasts it clear. There's Miles picking up possession on the right flank. Jade Brooke, overlap being made by Miles. Will she reach it? I don't think she will. She won't. And Kerry Stimson will turn Miles and send it into touch. United have got themselves a throw. Basildon taking the easy way out there. Just trying to slow the pace down as United attempt to find themselves the opening goal. 10 minutes gone, United have the crossing opportunity. Lovely back heel there by Steph Smith. Miles couldn't get to the ball, and it's Angela Addison who concedes another throw. Miles trying to find Smith again, volleyed away, but Dermody brings it forward. And it's deflected out of play, I believe, as Dermody nearly goes over the railing. It was Danica Ravel, I believe, who put it into touch. Miles lining up the throw. Smith, Brooke and Dermody in support. And in fact, she's going to leave it to Helen Dermody. Usually free kicks and corners are Dermody's forte, but she's going to try her hand at throws now. Dermody's throw, nodded on by West, but into the path of Ali Hall. Basildon able to get the ball out of the box and up the other end of the pitch. And a poor pass by Blackie has given Jade Brooke the chance to run on it, and she's got the throw. As Kerry Stimson slid in to halt the run, and it will be another throw-in to Coventry United ladies. That initial spell of pressure for Basildon, it's seemed to fall into United's hands, but they've got to try and take advantage of this pressure. As Miles lines up the throw. Finds Steph Smith, bounces to Smith's feet, back to Miles, cross opportunity, closed down by West, gets the cross away, Ali Hall in there, and Hall nods it over. The second time that Hall has had the chance to nod it in. The first time it was blocked to the line, this time it was sent over the woodwork. But again, a great effort from Ali Hall, who hasn't scored for a while. It'll be a great time for her to end that scoring drought. So Runnicles will take the goal kick. She hasn't had to make a save yet, but her goal has been severely threatened. Smith jumps up, wins the header, wins the second as well, but only as far as Hayley West. Now Stimson onto the right hand side now with Manning. Struck forward by Manning towards the Coventry United penalty area, but Nat Haig will deal with it. Cross to Alex Buck. Striding forward unopposed, forward to Jade Brooke, who runs over the ball, and Hayley West will wing it towards Angela Addison, just out of reach for the Basildon number 10. Now to play for a throw halfway into United territory. So Miles will take it on the right flank to the feet of Alex Buck, closed down quickly by Blackie, and she'll concede. She'll put it out of play off the leg of Blackie, actually. It looks like she just put it out of play to end the pressure, but in fact Buck has won the throw. It's gone out off Blackie last, taken by Miles, and a swing and a miss by Dermody, and now Basildon on the front foot. Addison took it a little bit too far, challenged by Nat Haig, and the second attempt to get the ball in from Bowers is stopped. Hold to McDonald. United trying to get themselves a bit of space and a little bit of time to think things through, and Haig nearly giving it straight back to Therese Addison. United in disarray at the back, and Sue Wood sent it into touch. Indecision nearly costing the Red and Green girls there. Throw by Manning. Ravel, cross charge down by Amber Hughes, and that one goes out of the stadium, but thankfully right next to the door where the Surd will go and get the ball. But a new match ball will be introduced by Jay Bravo. It's not needed as we've got the original back. Now Basildon have given us a new one. Well, it's like musical chairs but with balls instead. So Ellie Manning will take the throw deep into United's lines. Volleyed on by Russian but picked up by Rosie McDonald. Clearance along the left flank. Hall lets it bounce over her. United lose possession with a poor pass by Ducha Clark. Picked up by Amber Hughes. Space on the right for Jade Brooke. Brooke takes it past West. Gauntlet in front of her. Miles to the right. Brooks still going, slides into the box. Ali Hall! And if it wasn't for the leg of Danica Ravel, then Ali Hall would have nestled it into the bottom corner. Runnacles wasn't going to save it. But the third time that Ali Hall has come so close to giving United the score, and you have to think it's only a matter of time before she finds the back of the net. And as we hit the 15th minute here on CU TV, it remains 0-0, but the best of the chances have fallen to Coventry United. And now it's Helen Dermody to swing it into the box. Smith is offering the short corner option. It won't be needed as Dermody lines up the corner, sends it towards the goal. It was headed off the line. Jade Brooke. Smith going for the volley, but it was taken away by Bowers before she could make contact. Now it's with Alex Buck in the centre circle. Strikes it forward to Jade Brooke. Heavy first touch taken away by Russian. But her pass only finds McDonnell. Sliding in is Russian, who takes it away from Hall. Racing down the right hand side now, Therese Addison. Handball claims against Nat Haig. Addison blasts it against the arm of Haig, but Haig is pulled to the ground by Bowers. Haig's not happy about it. And the referee calling over April Bowers. Blatant pulling on the shoulder area of Haig. Still no goals. We've seen some great action so far. So Haig will take the free kick towards the left, halfway into United territory, and simply passes it to Sue Wood behind her. Buck getting multiple calls from players wanting the ball. She tried to find Alex Brooke, but a chance from behind takes it away. Now slide by Brooke from behind on Angela Addison, catching the heel of her opposite number 10. And I think Brooks looking not to get yellow carded for that. If it wasn't her first offence, then she could have well have gone into the book. Well, she's taken a fair few yards as Russian, and she's told to backtrack. Well, Basildon haven't had a shot on goal since the first minute. Will their second attempt put them any closer towards the opening goal? It nearly did, but Alex Buck able to get it out of danger before a Basildon player can send it towards the net. It fell into a kind position for Basildon, and Bauer's ball goes harmlessly into touch. And a hopeful Therese Addison asking for a corner. I think she knew she wasn't going to get one. Now United's underway again with Buck. Closed down by Therese Addison, plays it back to Sue Wood. Safety first for the young centre-back. Wood's kick kept in by the head of Nikki Miles, nods it on, hoping to find Jade Brooke, and Hayley West sends it into touch via the leg of Jade Brooke. Around 15 yards into Basildon territory on the left flank. Throw up line, and met with the head of Jade Brooke. Dermody swipes it behind her. And now Nat Haig closed down by Therese Addison, but gets the ball towards the left-hand side with Rosie McDonnell. Closed down by the number 9, sends it into the midfield. Flicked on first time by Maz Gauntlet, too far for Hall to run. And Runnacles will pick it up. The Basildon keeper rolls it out and will stick her laces through this one. Ali Hall putting under a little bit of pressure. Runnacles gets the kick clear. It's the feet of Nat Haig after coming off the shoulder of Jay Blackie. Haig into the corner, gives the ball away to Blackie. Back heel to Therese Addison. Bowers with the opportunity from the edge of the penalty area. Doesn't take it, lays it off to the right hand side now with Manning. Plenty of options in that penalty area, and one of them is the captain, Zoe Russian, but she couldn't get a clean contact on the ball. It bounces past the skipper. And Angela Addison behind her couldn't divert it in either. Well, Basildon's starting to come into this match. They've woken up after that initial spell of pressure. 1-2 play between Buck and Wood. Sue Wood, the skipper, in goal for Coventry United. Taking the armband from Nat Haig in the... from Nat Lynch, I should say, in the summer. Nat Haig, of course, a former captain herself, former captain of Yeovil. Throwing the halfway line to United. Miles to Brook. Takes it past one player. Looking to take it past another. One-on-one with Simpson. Miles. Goes past Gauntlet. Hall. Tries to find Amber Hughes. And a combination of Bowers and Ravel keep it away from the United attacker, but United coming back for more. Brook. Hall's in the penalty area. It's over Hall and into the hands of Runnicles. 20 minutes gone here at Canvey Island FC on the south coast. Just 100 yards away from the English Channel. And it remains at Basildon 0, Coventry 0 in the Women's Premier League Southern Division. The ball bounces on the halfway line and Steph Smith taking a sizable clatter from the back. As Kerry Simpson goes straight into the United number 7. Seems as if there was some sort of contact on the back of her head, but now... And now United are pleading their case. As Steph Smith went down, the physio came over to attend to Smith. And the referee has said now, even though Smith didn't need treatment, Smith's going to have to go off the field for a few seconds. And Jay Bradford pointing out that the save wasn't done for a Basildon player a few minutes ago. It's certainly not the most conventional of decisions from the referee, but it's his game. And Nicky Miles turned the red to have a word with himself. Never want to shy away from a situation, Nicky Miles. And Smith, in fact, is going to stay on the pitch, is she? In fact, no, she's not. She's going to walk over to the touchline. And Smith is trying to make sure that she's right on the touchline so she can get back into play as soon as possible. She is off to the field now, and Helen Dermody is going to take this free kick. Referee doing it his way. Here's Nat Haig striding forward onto the right hand side now with Nicky Miles. Brooks in support. Miles trying to get the cross in into the box for Ali Hall, but cleared in time by Ravel. And now Smith is back on the field. And United are back to full strength with a throw in. Not too distant from the penalty area on the right hand side, but it's won in the air by the Basildon midfielder. Blackie to Russian. Stimson hoping to find Therese Addison on the left hand side, but it was a wayward ball out of play. Buck takes the throw and gives it back to Sue Wood. Haig to Hughes, heavy first touch. Bringing United into a little bit of danger here, but played back to Wood. And her kick goes straight to Therese Addison, who'll try a shot on goal, and her sister Angela Addison nearly got to the ball, and if she had done, it would have been a real job for Wood to keep it out, but it does bounce harmlessly away from the goal, and out for the goal kick to Coventry United. And I believe we're going to need another new ball. So Wood places the ball in the penalty area and gets ready to kickstart another United move. Wood eyeing up her options and sends it away towards the right over the head of Dermody. Handball claims against Russian. Referee says no. Here's Blackie. Haig heads it into the area. Not exactly cleared by McDonnell. Dermody goes straight into Addison, and Basildon incensed that the free kick's been given the other way. Dermody and Therese Addison colliding. Basildon feeling that it should have been a free kick. It may even have been a penalty if it was given to Basildon, as it was right on the line of the penalty area. Looked just outside from where we're standing here at Canvey Island FC. But it looked like 6 of one and half dozen of the other. But the free kick has been given United's way, and it could well be a yellow card for Russian, as Dermody receives some treatment from the Coventry United physio. Well, the United players called into an impromptu huddle, as Dermody is still on the floor. United have got a couple of players they could bring on. Lois Jeffries, who prominently plays on the wing. Keir Davies, who can play in anywhere in midfield and up front. And Katie Sorensen, who is a defender, usually plays at left back. So we have had 25 minutes. We'll be going off there on CUTV at half time for around 10 minutes as Dermody limps off the pitch. Whether she'll be able to continue or not, I think she will be able to. She's not moving freely, but I think she probably will be able to continue. So we'll be going off there on CUTV for around 10 minutes at half time. So look for the new live stream at the break, and don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy today's coverage and subscribe on YouTube. Miles, overlap being made by Jade Brooke, through ball to Brooke. Brooke slides in, and it's taken out of play by the fullback Duchin Clark. Throw by Miles to Steph Smith, tries to get the cross in, but slips and sends it behind the goal for the goal kick. Well, the only shots on target so far have come from Ali Hall. 3 efforts indeed. One of them sent over the crossbar, one off the line. And another decent effort as well. That was blocked by the leg of a defender. Runner calls, clears her lines, not the best of kicks. Nally Hill tries to get a head on that, she does. Gauntlet will give chase, but she won't reach it. Who's that come off last? It's come off Hall last, and it will be a throw in to Basildon. About level with their penalty area on the right flank. It's Ellie Manning to take it. Up line towards the captain, Russian. Bowers gives it away. Hall sends it towards Gauntlet. Gauntlet blocked off by Danica Ravel. Her clearance drifts over the white line for another throw-in. In a decent attacking position for the Red and Green girls. Straight away by Manning with a head. But a push by Jay Blackie in the back of Helen Dermody. Blackie's not happy with the decision. But there was definitely a push in the back of Dermody. It's a fair free kick, and United will have the opportunity to put it into the area. Certainly a little bit of ill feeling at the Basildon camp, but of course we do apologise if you do hear any swearing here on CUTV, but of course it is a football match, so you get what you get. Helen Dermody to whip it into the area, plenty of options at that far post. Nikki Miles on the right flank, waiting for a potential second ball as well. Movement from Gauntlet towards the near post. Dermody in. And it's out by the number 14, Stimson. Miles will keep it alive and try and win the throw. That's exactly what she does. Puts it out of play off Hayley West. Throwing level with the penalty area. Gauntlet wants it. Gauntlet doesn't get it. Not the best of throws, not the best of clearances from West. And Gauntlet tries to win it back, but it is cleared by Russian. And a push by Jade Brooke on the opposite number 10, Angela Addison. That's the second time that those two have come to blows. Again, no punishment given apart from the free kick. We haven't seen the yellow card so far today. So we have had about half an hour gone. The next time we're on air with the ladies here on CUTV is this coming Thursday. It's away at against Cardiff City. So the game against Cardiff City live on Thursday night. And we'll be live from 7:45 to 8. To 8 o'clock kickoff as the ball goes straight out of play for a goal kick to Coventry United. Poor free kick down the left-hand side. And as for the first team, they are back in action on Wednesday night. We'll give you updates of that fixture a little bit later on. Wood with the ball, played across her goal to Nat Haig. United do look a little bit edgy around that area. Hall, now Dermody dropping deep. Across the book on the edge of the penalty area for Coventry United and return to Sue Wood in goal. Dermody again. United just passing it around in the final third. They need to try and get out of that danger zone. Hughes, they're pushing the back by Manning. Not the best of passes from Hughes, intercepted in the centre circle by Russian, but the captain's passed straight into the chest of Maz Gauntlet. Haig asking for options. Hughes, first time past the Gauntlet, lets it roll. Creating a little bit of space for herself. Gauntlet across to Steph Smith. Caught up by Addison, but gets the ball to the right-hand side, out of reach for Nikki Miles. And Hayley West didn't need to touch that ball. She wasn't sure where Miles was, and that worked to United's advantage. West puts it out for a throw. Here's Jade Brooke. Tries the through ball to Miles, blocked by Stimson. Miles will keep it in. Trying to take it past West. Downline to Brooke. Stimson blocks her path. Cross charge down, but it will fall to Nikki Miles, and it will go out of play for a goal kick as she's blocked up by Hayley West. Can't keep the ball in play. So we've got about 15 minutes to go before the break. Boots it clear, straight onto the head of Steph Smith. Brooke leaps forward, gets a head in it, but Simpson volleys away. Blackie. It may fall kindly for Angela Addison. Crossing opportunity on the left-hand side. Alex Buck able to got a body between the ball and Addison, but a clearance is only as far as the captain. Russian tries to get the ball in from the left-hand side. Low cross blocked again by Buck. Here comes Russian again. And inside Alex Buck again, and takes out a play for the corner. Remains at 0-0, but for how long for is the question. So Ellie Manning with the delivery from the left-hand side. Basildon keeping 3 players back, 2 forward for United for a potential counter. Manning in. Referee immediately calls for a free kick. Too much pushing and pulling. And the referee says it was a push by a Basildon player. And another move ends through foul play for Basildon. Wood takes it. It's short to Nat Haig. Hall plays it back to Wood. Now across to Alex Buck. Up line to Brooke. Bit of a push by West, but able to get the ball to the right with Nikki Miles. Ball bounces past Hall, but it will fall to Hughes. Through ball for Ali Hall, and the strike by Amber Hughes was mishit. And it ends up behind the goal rather than in it. Nice passing move between Hall and Hughes, and salvage of Hall to give the opportunity to Hughes. I think Hughes was a little bit too close to the ball to make a sweet contact, and it remains at 0-0. Rinicles will send it towards the centre of the park. Smith goes into the back of Stimson, and an elbow into the back of Stimson. Referee says free kick, no yellow card. I think it was more of a forearm actually. Revell's ball towards the right hand side. Manning, can you bring it under control? First time cross. Haig sends it straight back to Manning. Manning tries to get the corner, but gives it straight to McDonald. She would have got the corner if she shoved it out of play. There may have been a touch too much, and a push by Stimson on Maz Gauntlet, and Basildon are incensed. They had a bit of space to work with there once Gauntlet was taken out of the equation. Now United kick on with Nikki Miles. trying to find Brook. Goes past Brook and West. Again, taking no chances. Into touch. Throw-in United on the right flank. Deep into Basildon territory. Bounces to the feet of Brook. Needs some options here. She's only got Miles with her. Miles tries to take it past Addison, but she takes it over the white line under the pressure from the number 10, and that will be another throw, this time to the home side. Throw up line. Struck forward by West. But the ball down the flank. Drifts over the white line. Now to play for another throw in. Neither side can seem to keep the ball within the boundaries of the pitch at the minute. As we have just 5 minutes of normal time to go. Again, we'll be taking a short break at half time to swap over the batteries on the laptop. So make sure to look for the new live stream around 5 minutes before the start of the second half. And that's another throw in as it's cleared from the back line by Basildon. I must say the opportunities have certainly become few and far between over the last 10-15 minutes or so. Miles up line, Gauntlet. Now Brook into the centre circle with Nat Haig. Plenty of space and time to work with. Where will she send it? Looks for Ali Hall. Chest control by Hall, but volleyed into touch on the left-hand side by Ravel. Hall has certainly been United's danger player so far. They need to try and bring her into the game. United haven't been on this end of the pitch for a while. McDonald to Hughes. First touch takes the ball away from the box, slides in, takes it away from Russian. Dermody's ball towards the right flank, met in the air by Hayley. West sent straight towards Steph Smith though. Jumps over the challenge of Stimson. Brook can't take it past West as the Basildon skipper remains on the floor. It's cleared by West out for another throw in. But Zoe Russian remains on the floor. I think the captain is just trying to stretch it off and get back onto her feet without any assistance from the physio. It remains scoreless. The majority of the chances came within the first 15 minutes through Ali Hall. But since then, it's been a very much a midfield battle with plenty of throw-ins conceded. So Nikki Miles will take the throw-in. Dead level with the penalty area on the right flank. Brook, Smith and Gauntlet offering options with this throw-in routine. United have to make these chances count if they are to go into the break 1 up. Miles to Gauntlet and Addison with a touch over the white line and a corner kick this time. Well, it's refreshing not to see a throw-in. So Dermody with the delivery from the right hand side in towards Steph Smith. I think the referee got in the way there, but it comes out to Maz Gauntlet and Nikki Miles nearly diverted it into there but couldn't get a touch on it. The majority of the chances have fallen to the red and green girls in this first half, but still that white line between the sticks has not been crossed. Runnacle's kick. Up jumps Amber Hughes, gets ahead in it. Maz Gauntlet and the space on the right hand side for Jade Brook. Brook will get there first. She'll have to try and take it past West. A few step overs from Brook, sends it in. Ali Hall, the overhead kick. It comes to Amber Hughes on the far post. Amber Hughes sends it out of the ground. And it's taken a touch of a Basildon defender. And it will be another corner. The last 3 minutes United have been pressing and have had two great opportunities to open the scoring. It still hasn't happened yet. But if Jay Bradford's team could continue this great spell of pressure until the half-time whistle, the Red and Green Girls may have a chance of snatching the first goal before the interval. That's Helen Dermody with another corner routine, this time from the left-hand side. Who's in there? Up rather than out by Manning. Hall keeps it alive. High boot, surely, by Stimson. And the referee, which way is he giving it? Stimson seemed to kick Smith in the head. It has been given to Coventry United. And there was a later collision between the United player and April Bowers. And in fact, I think it may be a drop ball. Was it? No, it isn't. It is a Coventry United free kick. So after that high boot by Stimson on Steph Smith, this could be the perfect opportunity. You know how Helen Dermody loves a good set piece. She rattled the woodwork with one from a similar range against West Brom on Thursday. Can she go one better this time? Gauntlet will provide the setup. Dermody will hopefully provide the finish. The Basildon wall ready to move. They know what's coming. It's Dermody! Straight over the woodwork, out of the ground. And United will seemingly go into the break without that opening goal. Runnacles with the clearance again. Nodded on by Russian. On the left-hand side now with Angela Allison. Good pressure from behind by Nikki Miles, but Allison comes away with the ball. Now to the centre with Bowers. Tries to switch the play. Manning's gone too far, but she will have to come back and get it, which she does. Manning tries to find Therese Allison, but Ali Hall blocking the ball with her leg. And McDonnell, her clearance blocked by Addison. And it's going to be a throw to Coventry United. On the left-hand side, deep into their own territory. They've got trying to get this out. Well, we are now into the final few minutes of the first half. Hall tries to find Ali Hall by keeping the ball in play, but she hasn't done so. Now Basildon knocking on the door. Russian blocked up by three United defenders. Her only option may be Therese Addison, but that ball just a little too far for Addison to reach. Well, Basildon have had some nice set-up play in the first half, but very little in the way of goal mouth action. Compare that to Coventry United, who have had some great chances, but sometimes have struggled to get into that penalty area. Wood pushing her players up. She's going to take this goal kick. There it goes. It's towards the left. Up goes Hughes. McDonald will keep it in. Bit of a barge there by Bowers, and it was a good barge. It was a legal barge. And now down the right-hand side for Blackie. Jay Blackie's low cross. And Russian! Brilliant save with the near post by Sue Wood. The foot diverting the ball around the post and out for the corner. But by far, Basildon's best seven of the match comes just before the break. But again, a brilliant save by Sue Wood. Corner from the right by Manning. Who's in there? Headed away by Brooke. And Maz Gauntlet will get to the seconds. United trying to start the counter. Long ball from Smith over the head of Amber Hughes. And now Duchin Clark will return the ball to Runnacles in goal. Runnacles boots it towards the right hand side. Manning unmarked. Ellie Manning closed down by Maz Gauntlet. Takes it around Gauntlet beautifully. But in goes Amber Hughes to take it away. Miles making the run down the right hand side, but it's now with Jade Brooke. Through ball looking for Nikki Miles. I don't think she'll reach it, but Ravel slides it into touch. Corner kick for Coventry United. Well, we are now into added time, and there will be a few minutes due to injuries to the likes of Russian and Dermody. So there could be a good 3 minutes here, maybe even more. This first half's been anything but boring, but a goal before the break would be nice. United won't get one there as the corner is easily cleared at the near post by Bowers. And now Basildon look to start the counter. Stimson with a surging run. Good slide by Alex Buck. There's Angela Addison to pick up the pieces. Continuing the run down the left-hand side. Crosses in, and it's stopped in the area by Maz Gauntlet. Buck gets the ball away just in time. Nodded on by Jade Brooke. There's Helen Dermody. Back to Jade Brooke. Options on the left-hand side, including Hughes and Hall. Steady run by Brooke, asking for options. Still going Jade Brooke. Wings it to Ali Hall. Trying to take it around Ellie Manning. Slide by Manning. The final touch has come off Hall. And in fact, the referee will call for an offside. The flag raised on the far side by the assistant. So a free kick will follow for C&K Basildon. Currently in second place in the Premier League Southern Division. United still have plenty of games in hand, so have every chance of taking the title for themselves. So it will take some good results against teams like Basildon at the top end of the table. Runicles lines up the kick and fires it away. Up jumps McDonald and heads it into the centre circle. Chest controlled by Jade Brooke. Handball claims by the Basildon coaching staff. Referee says no, as Brooke takes a tumble under pressure from Hayley West. Referee says free kick, and immediately Brooke will find Nikki Miles on the right hand side. Closed down by Angela Addison, but Miles takes it around the attacker beautifully. And now the referee has stopped the attack. Why, I'm not sure. Miles had the opportunity to get it into the area where Ali Hall was waiting. Why the referee has stopped play, I do not know. But it has stopped a brilliant United attack in its tracks as the referee is having a stern word with Hayley West. I'm not sure what's transpired here. I was too focused on watching the ball, but something's happened that Hayley West is not happy with. And United will have themselves a free kick in the centre circle, but it's not the crossing opportunity they had just a few seconds ago, which looked perfectly legitimate as Helen Dermody taken out by Hayley West, whose anger seems to be getting the best of her at the minute. But it may well help Basildon out. Down the left-hand side goes Angela Addison, taking on Smith. Can she get the cross in? Smith blocks her off and puts the ball into touch for it's a Basildon throw, I believe it is indeed. It's a Basildon throw in. On the left-hand side, we've had coming up to 3 minutes of added time. This is surely the final attack of the first half. West will take. West throw to Russian, and it's gone out of play for a Coventry United goal kick, and Russian's furious. She feels it took a touch of a Coventry United player. I don't tend to agree with her. And that could well be the end of the first half action. The referee checking his watch. And I've got a feeling we'll be hearing the half-time whistle very shortly. Short goal kick taken by Sue Wood. Now with Alex Buck. Low driven pass straight to the feet of Russian. But a poor pass into the penalty area to the Basildon number 8, Blackie. Haig strides forward from the back for the red and green girls. Checks her run. And across to Maz Gauntlet, playing a very deep role. Gauntlet. And may fall beautifully for Amber Hughes. It does. And in slides the fullback for C&K Basildon, and the Basildon number 3, Ellie Manning, furious as she feels the final touch came off Hughes, screaming in the referee's face. As you can probably expect, that's going to be a yellow card. You just can't do that, I'm afraid. And the first booking will be for dissent against Ellie Manning. Whether she believes that the corner shouldn't have been given or not, you just can't do that in this day and age. So the corner kick will be taken by Dermody once the referee sorts this out, and there it is, the yellow card given to Manning. This is surely the final move of the opening 45 minutes. And Sturbedy will take the corner kick from the left wing. United keeping just Alex Buck in a relatively defensive position. Everyone else is in or around that penalty area, hoping to send it into the net before the break. And they won't do it. It was towards Steph Smith on the edge of the penalty area, over Smith's head. Brock brings it back to Coventry United, takes a tumble, referee says no foul, goal kick to C&K Basildon. We've had 5 minutes of added time. There have been a number of injuries. So you can understand why so many added minutes have been given. As Nikita Runnacles, who hasn't actually had to make a save despite all of United's chances. She'll take the goal kick and end the first half here at Canvey Island FC. Score is C&K Basildon 0, Coventry United 0. The Red and Green Girls were probably the better of the opening 45 minutes. Some great chances for Ali Hall in the opening 15 minutes, but still no goals here on the South Coast. We're taking a short break on CUTV. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time. Look for the new live stream for exclusive live commentary of the second half. Liam Cook signing off for the next 10 minutes here on CUTV. Don't go anywhere.